Hello everyone, Zelrant here, and for this video I'm going to talk about a game that's kind of fallen off my radar as I've been so busy with all the other gacha games coming out, and that is Umamusume Pretty Derby. This is a gacha game that is an anime waifu mixed with horse racing. It is releasing globally on June 26th. It's literally the day after Persona 5 X is coming out. So it's going to be quite fun for me trying to keep up with both of those with the re-rolling as well as doing all the story and initial content overload we get at the release of a gacha game. But I will be covering both those games. And so this one kind of fell off my radar because I've just been so busy with Etheria Restart. Both it and Persona 5 X have kind of fallen off just because of that. But I am going to start covering it now. I'm hopefully going to start pushing out some content on this game this weekend. I'm just now kind of getting myself acclimated to everything within the game, how everything works. Which the biggest video I really want to make sure I get out before release is how to re-roll, because this is a game where you are going to want to re-roll, and it's going to actually be very easy from what I can tell. But I will have the details on that probably right before release, like a couple days before, because I got to do that for Persona 5 X as well. Right now, I just kind of want to take a look at the game overall, as I've not gotten all the details down on how it plays. So the big thing is Umamusume is like I said, an anime waifu game mixed with like horse racing. So the racers are inspired by legendary racehorses. I haven't ever done any racehorse betting or any of that, so I won't probably know many of the names. Maybe some of them are just recognizable from being so legendary, but we'll kind of have to see. But it is a game where you're basically building up the characters to win the races, just like if it was like the Kentucky Derby or something, except with anime characters. And so you're helping them chase their dreams and lead them to victory. And so gameplay, so there's 3 videos they have here on the website here, so we can kind of take a look at them. So yeah, the first one here, it's kind of showing the training process for the characters. So you have different stats here. You have speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. Skill points as well. That's the one thing that I really have to kind of see more of the details on, is how they're unique. Like, with being a gacha game, they're all going to have their individual traits and stuff, that like skills that helps them win in different ways. I don't really know how too much that works. I mean, because when it comes to look at the stats here, you have speed, which is probably going to be their top speed. Stamina, how long they can run at their top speed. Power will probably be like acceleration. Guts and wit could be tied to like their skills to a certain extent. I'll have to kind of see on the different characters. I will start kind of covering them a little bit when it comes to who you want to reroll for. But this is kind of just showing you the training system in it a little bit. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Monster Rancher. I mean, a completely different game, but kind of the training system and all that feels very similar. I did see that like you have like a parent or something that kind of like it almost feels like the Monster Rancher retired monster that trains your newer one. Kind of looks like it kind of has a similar system to that. I mean, you're not going to have like a retirement system or anything in this game, but it does look like it has something like that at a quick glance at some other documents on it. We'll kind of have to see. Has like a training support card stuff here. So this is kind of like an affinity system, I think. Like you can see it's an event for an SR support card. So I'm guessing this is just how you can get support in different ways to win the races. Okay. Yeah, and I think it just levels up, I think, the card. This contributed some more energy. Oh. Had a hint level up home stretch haste. Okay, so that looks like a skill that maybe applies to her. Sounds like something that maybe she gets an extra boost on the home stretch for finishing it. So that's kind of a little glance at a skill there. And then we have the last one that kind of shows a little bit of the gameplay in the actual races here. So you can see they're just running. It's like an actual race. Have a commentary to them as they're running. And actually, you can see the names. Rice Shower, Vodka, King Halo, El Condor Pasa, Tokei Tayo. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these if these are actual horse. I mean, it sounds like it. I mean, legendary racehorses can have any name. What the heck? Matikara Fuka. Oh my goodness. Now, people are going to give me crap. That's something I'm not going to be able to pronounce correctly. Jeez, that's a long Japanese name there. Top Gun. I mean, looking at the names, they definitely sound like racehorse names. They don't sound like Japan. Well, not all of them sound like Japanese names. But I'm wondering how the PvP will work in this game, if there is any, because this definitely feels like a game that could have some form of PvP with the whole racing system. But that's just what they have here. You have the debut rewards will be getting out right off the bat. This is like the main currency for polls that you're going to want. Good for 25 attempts. Now, from what I understand, I'll be making a full video on re-rolling. But from what I understand, this is a very quick re-roll in this game when I looked it up. You pretty much get them right off the bat. And so you can go in, make your account, do your polls, see if you get lucky. If not, immediately re-roll again. And it's a very quick process. But I'll kind of have to see and make sure that that's correct. But with 25 polls, that's something where, man, if it's a really quick reroll, you absolutely like want to try and do it. One, to try and get like 2 units right off the bat. And if you can get extremely lucky, 3 right off the bat. It really depends on how quickly you can reroll. Because the math is really not in your favor if it's like a 15 to 20 minute reroll, like a lot of other games, if you're trying to get 3 units. But if it's like a 5-minute reroll, that might be something you might want to put the time into. But I'll have a guide for that and kind of run down the statistics and all that on a follow-up video, probably about like 2 days before it releases, because I have to do it for both this game and Persona 5X, which is releasing the day before. We have that, so pre-register now. It is on Steam, which I really like. I'll be playing it through Steam for sure. So we have that, and yeah, so it says right here, debut celebration presents will be available upon the game's official release once per game. Okay, oh, it doesn't say there, but there is a guide. I will be putting this in the description. Now, this looks like it's more tied to if you're going to be playing on the Japanese server, so some of this is probably you got to get more of an up-to-date one. Nice thing is that, let's see, we have this here. But nice thing is it pretty much covers what you need to know. Yeah, on the like re-rolling guide here. And this is kind of what I'm looking into. I'm going to have to kind of see if I can find a video that kind of showcases it. But where does it say? Yeah, so you can delete the account data. So this is just like Lost Sword, where you're going to be able to delete. So you're going to be able to just, boom. There's no salting emails, making duplicate emails, guest account. It's just, hey, I don't like my reroll, delete that one. And you don't have to re-download the game or anything. So really, really good there. But I'll make a dedicated video on it. But I will have, if anyone wants to actually look at some of the contents in it, because this kind of gives you tips and stuff for new players and all that. I haven't read through any of it yet, but it kind of breaks that down. But yeah, game looks interesting. I will definitely be playing it and covering it. It's just going to be quite hectic. Hopefully I can start just pumping out videos left and right this weekend, because I still need to cover some more Girls Frontline 2 stuff. I've kind of done my Nikkei stuff already with the new polls, so that one will probably be pretty easy, other than my Stellar Blade live streams. I've got Lost Sword I'm going to start trying to put content out for as well, because I will be out. Now, I will still be making videos, but they won't be as easy, because I'll be visiting family from like July 4th through like the 8th. But it will be covering, yeah, this one, Theory Restart, Girls Frontline 2, Nikkei, Persona 5X, and Lost Sword. So it'll be quite hectic. But I should be able to get everything out starting this weekend. The main one I want to get is the reroll in priority units to pull for. One thing I know people really like is I don't know how this game's going to work when it comes to our release in terms of, are we getting like starting from the very beginning, or are we going to just start with the current snapshot that Japan has? We're just starting right at where they're at. I have no clue on that yet. I'll have more details on that later, because it'll determine what you want to do when it comes to rerolling. If we start like at the beginning without having all the units that are already available in the Japanese size, that means you have more planning you need to do. It's kind of similar to Girls Frontline 2, because you know future units that are coming up and which ones tie together well and which ones you may want to reroll, versus if we start in their snapshot, it's completely different. You want to get the top characters when you do that. Because I do think it works similar to Nikkei's system, where all the characters get put into the standard pool. So you can get all of them at any time. If you lose, they're 50-50. And I think it's 25-75, actually, like the Pilgrims in Nikkei. But we'll have to see. I don't know all the details on that yet. I've just kind of glanced at it. So Follow-up videos will be coming. This was kind of more just my just mentioning that I will be covering it. But yeah, that's it for now. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.